Hello. Well, it's what day is it? Wednesday. Got it right. Time is 7:44 of the AM. I'm on the M18. He says, slightly looking at his sat nav. Yeah, I'm on the M18. Can't remember if I come off the M180 or not. I'm just loaded over at Immingham. Supposed to be loading 3 trucks. One for Doncaster, one for Durham, one for Dumfries. Gets to the docks. The Durham and Dumfries is still on the docks into Holland. Won't be in till tomorrow. So obviously I'm taking that. So I've just got the one tractor on now. Dump that there, and then we'll go from there and see what's next. Could be anyway. So last weekend, got on Friday morning. Bit of time with the kids, bit of breakfast out in the workshop. No, not the breakfast in the workshop. I had the breakfast, then I went out to the workshop, and I got stuck straight into the Batman log burner. I ended up doing it over 2 days, 2 parts to the video, both of them on how I made my Batman log burner. Part 1, part 2. I would put a link up here, but I ain't got a clue how to do it. So if any of you lunatics that are watching this that are more YouTube savvy than I am, let me know. I can stick links up there. Yeah, so I made the legs, the feet. I made 2 feet out of I think it's had a 6 or 8 mil thick plate, mild steel plate, and that just chewed through the cutting disc. Just ridiculous. It's just eaten. But we got it done, and they look really good. I was really happy with how they came out. Freehand drew them. Obviously, from a picture on Google, I might add. I didn't just do it out the top of my head because I'm not that clever. And then I did the Batman logo to go in the chimney. That was easy. I glued on a template for that and cut around the template or whatever you see in the video. That was an easy one to do. Tacked that into the chimney, and then I moved on to the door. That's when the easy part stopped. That was an absolute pain in the posterior. The only thing I've got to cut things like that with is a 4.5 inch or 115 mil angle grinder and a 1 mil thick slitting discs. What a pain in the butt it was. Absolute flipping nightmare. I knew it was going to be hard. I knew it was going to be difficult, but I genuinely didn't think it was going to be such a ball ache as it was. I exhausted my cutting discs. I run out completely on Friday. That's the end of part 1. I had to finish. So I went out shopping on Saturday morning, got some more. Picked up an Erbauer flap wheel as well. I normally don't buy them. It was a bit on the expensive side compared to what I normally pay. But to be fair, it's standing up a lot better, it's lasting a lot longer, so it's maybe worth spending that bit more money. But yeah, I got stuck back into it, into the Batman logo on the door. I eventually got to a point where I was happy. Not happy, that's brilliant, happy. Yeah, it's alright, I'm quite happy with that. So cut out the door itself. I had to cut out the whole door. I wasn't intending to. At that point, but I had to cut out the whole door so I could trim on the back and clean up on the back and shit like that. But anyway, so then I re-tacked it back in place so I could do the hinges. The hinges were an absolute nightmare. Couldn't get them to line up properly. I thought I'd got them lined up lovely, but it transpired I hadn't. And it just wouldn't open properly. You can see it in the video. I ended up attacking it with drill and hammer and coal chisel, more hammer, more coal chisel, more drill, and then eventually a bit more welding. And I got it to a point where I was happy with it. It drops down to about 40, about 90 degrees from closed, which is enough. Tacked in a couple of stays to stop it from going back too far before I put it back on. Welded the chimney on, or cut out welding for the chimney, and then welded made up the little latch to keep the door shut. And then at the end of the video, I can be seen burning my finger on the latch. Yeah, clever. So anyway, I sent the photos to the customer had asked me to make it. The deal I had with that customer was, if she likes it, she buys it. If she doesn't like it, she tells me what she doesn't like. I can either modify that one or I'll make a new one. And I'll stick that one up for sale. Anyway, Sally, thank you, my dear. You've saved me a lot of heartache and saved me a few grey hairs as well, because she loves it and she wants it, which is brilliant. So it is now sat in matte black stove paint, ready for packaging this weekend and onto its new home. It's going to be shipped out, that one. A lot of people have got a problem with my Hermes as a courier. I've used them loads. I used to make them things, those light boards, on the back of trucks. I used to make them. Long story short, I used to make them, but I stopped. I used to ship them out with Hermes, my Hermes, and I had one problem where one parcel went missing, but that was the customer's problem. Long story again. Customer did something wrong at his end when he received it. Basically, the guy received it, signed for it, didn't think it was for him, gave it back to the courier, and never saw it again. My Hermes, as far as they're concerned, it's been signed for. They ain't interested anymore because they've done everything they need to do. They can't find a trace of it. I've spoken to management, whatever. It's now missing. Anyway, long story short, now that's my only issue I've ever had with hundreds of parcels I've sent out of my Hermes. So I box these stoves up. I get some normally banana boxes from Morrison's or whatever, wherever you get your bananas from. You get a base and a lid, so you can stick it in. I'll stick some bubble wrap around it. Anything that's sharp gets cardboard over the end. Bubble wraps and then cardboarded, sellotape, blah blah blah. Bubble wrap them up, stick them in these boxes, pack them in nicely, and then I use those grey mailing bags. I buy big mailing bags, cover them up, and I stick them in one of them or slit them open, and anyway, I wrap them up in one of these mailing bags, send them away with my Hermes. It cost me about 17 quid to post them, actual courier fee, and I charge 20 quid postage. It gives me a couple of quid to cover my bubble wrap and my bags and things like that. I'm happy at that. And away they go. And again, never had a problem. Well, up to now, touch wood, as the saying goes. And so I'm not sure where this one's going, to be honest. Deceleration lane off the slip road, so that means you come off the motorway and then you slow down. Gee. So this weekend coming, it's clean up weekend. I have gotta clean up this weekend. It's the workshop. It sounds really, really bad. A little bit about me. I'm very OCD. My truck, interior of my truck is immaculate. I'll get into my driver's seat with my shoes on, my work boots on, but I never get any further than my work shoes with my shoes on. Shoes get taken off. My footwell on the driver's side, obviously it gets mucky through the day, gets cleaned out every single night. My truck gets cleaned every single day inside. It's just the way I am. However, walk into my workshop, it's a shithole. It's quite embarrassing, to be fair. Some of the videos you'll see, and the bench is covered in drying dust, filings and that. My biggest problem with that is just time. I just don't have the time to spend an hour cleaning up. I only get Saturdays to work in a workshop. I just don't get the time to clean up, and it's minging. It's disgusting. Everything is covered in crap. And I'll use something and I'll put it to one side, a piece of timber, whatever, piece of timber, piece of steel, and I'll take a cutting off it, sheet steel primarily. I'll take a piece of sheet steel off and I'll just throw it to one side while I'm working on something, and then it never gets put away properly, and it's just got into such a mess. It needs bottoming and starting again, and yeah, that's the plan for Saturday morning anyway. And then Saturday afternoon I'm going to make a charcoal forge. It's a project for myself. Ultimate goal is to have a crack at making knives. So I'm going to make this forge. I'm going to make it out of a air compressor tank. I got given a defunct air compressor. I did strip it last week. Well, me and my little girl stripped it actually. I've got weird children. My boy wasn't interested in coming out using spanners. Weird. But my little girl did. Anyways, she came out and she threw a spanner around and we stripped it. And we got it down to bare tank, pretty much. So it just needs a little bit of fettling this weekend. Sorry about the steering wheel, I can't help it. I am driving. So yeah, there's a little bit of fettling to do this weekend to cut off bits and pieces that don't need to be on there. And then the plan for the forge itself, I'm going to run a couple of bits of steel tube down the inside, T-piece between them. Obviously I'll puncture through the ends to let the air flow. Drill holes across the top of the tubing, again for the airflow. And then I'll put a piece coming out the bottom to actually receive the airflow. I'm going to drop into the local car boot on Sunday, drag the family down there, and I want to pick up an old hairdryer, just a cheap and nasty hairdryer, just to supply the air feed, and that'll force the air through. Do this little bit of pipe working out all these holes, and that'll feed the underside of the charcoal, and then over the top of the air lines, the air pipes, tubes, whatever you want to call them. Rain's starting nicely now. I'm just about to get out. Yeah, over the top of that, I've got some. I think it's about 1 inch square welded mesh, but it's not big enough to do much with. I have to have cuts here and cuts there for other bits. So my intention is just to tack weld it all together, and I'll offset some and make the holes smaller and like sort of, and I'll make a grate to go over the top. Then weld some legs on. That'll be about it really. I'm not going to go too deep into it. Like I say, it's only for myself. The idea is just for heat treating, and possibly maybe a bit of steel forging, maybe. I don't know. There's an option, isn't it? If I've built it, I've got it to use if I need it. There's been times when I could have done with bending some decent thick round bar or the likes, and I've not had the facilities to do so, to get the temperature. So it's possibly an option. So that'll do for now. I'll stop waffling. I've got a grand total of 4.5 miles to go to get rid of this tractor. I'm just coming across slow moving traffic, and traffic decides to pull out in front of me. Stupid boy. Gosh, joys of being a trucker. Anyway, on that lovely note, I'll love you, leave you. I will film the propane torch build, no, it's not even a propane build, it's a charcoal forge build. I will film it and show you how I get on. And I might time lapse the actual cleanup. I might do an Ian Matthews. He likes to film cleaning his garage, his workshop, his shed, whatever he wants to call it. So I might just do that. We'll see what you get on Saturday. Love you, leave you. Take care, have a great day, and I will catch you on the next build.